Alex here from Computer Headquarters, and this is going to be one of our last videos for our LAN Center series, where we're doing one video every weekday for the entire month of March in 2024. For this video, we're going to be showing you guys our break room, and we're going to be doing some upgrades in here. So we're going to talk about all those upgrades. We're going to build some new stuff and make some changes, and then we'll show you the end result. But real quick, let me also remind you that to everyone, that we're doing a giveaway computer as part of this whole daily, weekday upload of YouTube videos. So I will probably flash something over the screen right now to tell you how to do that, but you can go to chqstore.com to enter. Last I checked, there are not very many entries, which means the less entries there are, the higher chances you have of winning. Kyle's actually standing next to me. He might know. Do you know how many entries there are?
Like 300.
300 now. So about 300. That's a pretty low amount of entries, which means you have a higher chance of winning, as I just mentioned. So anyway, let's show you some of the stuff in the room. We have a pile of speakers we're going to be setting up here. There's also a receiver kind of buried down there underneath all those arcade sticks. We have a computer we've been using in here that we're going to be changing out. We've got our big couch here that everyone sits on. There's a table over here where people like to sit and eat lunch and watch people playing games. We have some parts over here that we're going to be building for the new PC. I'll show you that in a second. And then this is kind of one of those like food bar things they say that, you know, the landlord puts into the building for you. And we're going to be putting some cabinets up here on the wall so we can clean up the top, the countertop a little bit more, and just kind of demessify stuff. And there should be some speakers that will go up on the walls. But anyway, that's kind of the big overview. And let's take a look at the PC we're going to be building. So we have a Aorus Z690 motherboard with a 13700K in it with a copper IHS that we delitted and put liquid metal on, like some of the other CPUs we've done in the series. We do that pretty often. We also have a 1 terabyte NVMe SSD, a 32 gig kit of DDR5 RAM, RGB. We have a 240 millimeter Aorus water cooler, a 4070 Ti, a 750 watt platinum power supply from Seasonic over here. Sorry, the box is kind of all covered in stickers and stuff. And then we have this really crazy case that we'll probably show you a lot more later, but this came from Artesian Builds. It's called the Avium, and they were, I think, toward the end of their career, you would call it, the company being in business, however you want to say that. They started designing this case, and they were selling them for, I think, like $500 each. And this is one of the cases they did a custom job on with like acrylic. This was my favorite one that they made, so it's natural we would want to keep this and build something in it for ourselves. So yeah, pretty sick case. So definitely a certain style that it's not for everyone, but for a very thin, low profile case that will fit really well in that TV stand, I think it's going to fit the bill. So we're going to build that computer. We're going to do all sorts of upgrades, and we'll come back and show you the final result. All right, we just finished setting up all this stuff in the break room. It's way better in here now, way cleaner, way more organized. We have all these cabinets up on the walls. We have the speakers for the rear for a 5.1 system setup. We built the computer. I'll show you that in a second. We've got the front speakers set up as well. And these speakers, I hopefully will remember to put a thing over the screen right now showing you which speakers they are, but they're awesome. These are from a company called Acscend Acoustics, and they're fairly local to where we live. We're in San Diego, and I think they're out of like San Clemente, Orange County, so they're only like 45 minutes away from where we are. I actually picked those up in person. And they have a really cool office with like a staging room where you can hear different speakers and different sound systems and stuff. Yeah, we've got a new USB hub back here, and this is going to be very convenient because we have so many different people playing different games in here with different types of controllers. You can see we have these different sticks or pads here and lots of different controllers. We have like a whole box of different like Xbox and PlayStation controllers out in the warehouse that people pick out from as well. And we have another tournament stick over here, like the new Mad Catz one. So yeah, everyone likes to sit on the couch, and then, you know, sometimes you need to plug in. So you just take your cable and you plug it into that USB hub back there, and you'll be connected to the PC. If you're assuming you're using the PC, the PlayStation 5 is a different story. Yeah. So what am I forgetting to tell you guys about? I think I'm not really forgetting much to tell you about other than the PC itself. Let's go take a look at that. So this was actually a lot of work to get this to work out. And the water cooler that we originally were going to use was an Aorus 240 millimeter, and it did not fit. The pump block side that connects to the CPU was actually too tall, and it would hit the glass. Another thing was that we kind of assumed that the video card was going to be facing with the fans up, so it would look really cool when you look at it from the top, but that's not the case either. And for good reason, because they wanted the video card to be able to breathe, and there are holes ventilated into the bottom of that chassis. So the video card fans are facing down, and so you see the back plate of the video card, which kind of sucks in some ways because the back of cards just usually don't look that great, especially this one that we picked out here. I think if someone were to redesign this, it would be nice to sacrifice the glass top panel and go with an acrylic one that was laser cut with holes so it could breathe out at the top of the chassis. But, you know, it is what it is. I got it for free. So I don't want to be a complainer. And we do have a ton. There were actually some people on Reddit asking where they can buy one of these Avium. This is called the Avium from Artesian Builds. We have all of them after we bought the bankruptcy from them. So we have a whole collection of them in the warehouse. I don't know how many we have, like 50 or 100. They're not assembled or anything, but we have all the parts to do that. And if you need one, feel free to reach out, or if you want one, I should say. Also want to mention, I think this is the Razer pad, but Kyle, who works here, I've talked about him in almost every video because he's awesome. He comes out with cool solutions. He makes his own pads, and I'll try to remember to put that over the screen right now, his Etsy store where he sells them. But he makes them himself. He makes his own, he custom orders his own PCBs and assembles the whole thing. And he even has different cool like metallic colors he can make for you. So if you're into like fighting games like Guilty Gear and Street Fighter and stuff like that, you might want to check out one of his pads because according to him, it's like the way to get next level as far as your skill goes in those type of games, the fighting games. I don't play fighting games, so don't quote me on this. This is just what I've heard. I think we've, one thing I didn't show you guys is the ridiculous subwoofer. I will try to remember to put this over the screen as well. This is a 15-inch, I think it's 1,000 watt RMS subwoofer. I used to have 2 of these in my house, and they are so good. And I ended up taking one out because of how much space it took up in my family room. But I ended up relocating it here, and the thing is massive. It puts out a lot of bass. So I know that after work hours, when we don't worry about how loud we're being, it's going to be pretty awesome in here having this 5.1 setup. So that's the end. Everyone's going to be, I think, really enjoying this break room. I hope you guys enjoyed this series, and this is going to be the second to last video. The next one tomorrow is going to be probably the best computer of the whole series, in my opinion. And we've already finished recording all that. And if you haven't entered the giveaway, go ahead and check that out. I'll put another thing hopefully over the screen either now or maybe I already did it. I don't remember what the beginning of this video was like, but I'll put something that reminds everyone to go to chqstore.com. The last day to enter the giveaway is the end of the month. I don't remember if it's March 30th or 31st this month, but April 1st, we will be calling someone that is randomly selected, and it'll be too late by April 1st. So we'll make a video about who won and all that kind of stuff. Hope you guys liked the entire LAN Center series, and we'll see you soon.